Welcome to the BHB Grid 21 first grade clash today. For Muswellbrook, you've got the side there, Benko.
Yes, I'll read it out very quickly before we get underway. Bailey Taylor at number 1. Jackson Henshaw, number 2. Zach Webb and Jacob Ellis 3 and 4 respectively. Daniel Ellis 5. Hayden Fox, number 6. Jake Hardy, number 7. Dylan Thorne 8. Adam Gretsch 9. Ramon Jackson, number 10. Brady Benkovic, Nathan Graham in the second rows in 11 and 12. Bailey Ellis making his first grade debut at number 13. Number 15, Josh Scrim McGurr.
Glad you're getting that one.
Jordan is number 15. Jordan Mulheron is number 17. And Liam Dunn, believe it or not, Big Liam is back, number 20. Bomber, Singleton.
Yeah, number 1 we've got Will Newhouse, 2 Morgan Amity, 3 Scott Griffiths, 4 Cody Argent, 5 Hayden Burke, 6 James Bradley, 7 Nicholas Cox. In the front row we've got 8 Carl Gilmore, with 10 Luke Garden, Jake Smith the hooker at 9, 11's Tommy Johnson, 12's Michael Lincoln, 13 Dale Watson. On the bench we've got Joe Upwood, 15 Mark Brock, 16 Ethan Edwards and 17 Jacob Carey.
Well, we'll hand over to Paul Benkovic, our main lead commentator for today. But Benko, we've just seen a lost ball there by Singleton and a knock on to play the ball by Adam Gretsch, following on from our reserve grade fixture.
Yep, boys just need a little bit of glue on their hands. And yeah, welcome to Olympic Park. Round 2 clash here between the Muswellbrook Rams, their first home game of the season, against the Singleton boys, the Singleton Greyhounds. What a clash we're expecting today. I don't see any Solomon boys out there. And the Muswellbrook side has been hit by a couple of injuries. In particular, Bailey Wooden is out. He had a HIA yesterday in the group trials, and he is out. A big plus there is young Bailey Ellis. First grade game. He's been playing the 18s. And Bomber, I know you've had a lot to do with him. I like it when Bailey runs and takes the defensive line on. Just give us a quick rundown, your thoughts.
Yeah, on Bailey in particular, he's playing an unfamiliar role at lock, but probably to make his first grade debut, that's probably a better spot for him. He hasn't got the pressure of running the show and the kicking game or anything like that. He can give it a good 25 minutes in the lock forward position, have a couple of runs, just defend well, and let the game flow as he can see it. The other side of the coin, I think the forwards, Ramon Jackson and Dylan Thorne are the key here. We're playing against a small Singleton pack. We can get some dominance there. We've got electric backs and we've got some clever halves and hooker there. So we can just get the go forward here off Thorne and Jackson. I think we'll be well in this game. Good run by Ellis.
Yeah, and that's his Bailey's taking that ball up. The referee is Joey Butler today, boys, and Joey did a great work yesterday. Hayden Fox puts that ball forward and he's kicked it. Did he kick it in the back of his own player's head, or did it go in the back of a Singleton player's head? And regardless of that, it was a very flat kick, and they put pressure back on themselves now, the Rams, and the Singleton boys will have a scrum feed right on halfway. And James Bradley had a really good day yesterday for the group trials. He's 5'8" in today's match, and he played exceptionally well yesterday. I must give him a bit of a rap, James Bradley. Here they go, the Singleton Greyhounds. Bailey Taylor's up in the line, make that tackle. Good hit, up by number 12, Michael Rink, and he had a good season last year as well, hitting a good tackle by Adam Gretsch. Will Newhouse, he goes forward again, as he always does, played exceptionally well yesterday too for the Group 21 side. Dylan Thorne in that tackle, Brady Benkovic as well. They're 18 metres out from the Rams line. Long ball to Bradley, unders there, tried with Tommy Johnson, kicks it forward, and Jackson Henshaw fields the ball. He kicked that ball there, James Bradley, but I don't think he told his outside backs that it was on, Bomber.
No, it looked like if he put it through the hands there, I think Webby and Jackson Henshaw would have had some trouble. Yeah. Now we've got a penalty here.
Goodness me.
Yeah, another play the ball penalty. He stepped over the ball, he didn't use his foot. He's claiming that he was impeded in trying to play the ball, but I think there was just a bit of a lack of effort there.
Yeah, well, James Bradley kicks for touch, pressure's back on the Rams. They don't need this early. Here's Jake Smith going to get the ball. He's going to take the tap, gives it on to Thomas Johnson. Johnson charges towards the line. He's had a good season last year, Tommy Johnson. Good player. Smith dummy half onto Bradley. Bradley gets the ball onto Dale Watson, and Watson charges forward inside the 10, directly in the centre of the field. Ball goes out to Nicholas Cox. Nick Cox gives the ball to Neuenhouse. Neuenhouse gets it into the centre free quarter, Scotty Griffiths, and he's taken into touch. Only a metre out from the Rams line. Good pressure defence there by Jacob Ellis and Jake Hardy.
Yeah, good defence by the Muswellbrook boys. Scotty Griffiths playing here on the right centre for Singleton. He's a fullback by trade. He's played nearly all his football at fullback. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes defensively in the centre. It's a completely different kettle of fish than playing fullback.
Young Hayden Burke's backing up from the 18s as well. Bomber on the wing here.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get in a foot race. See if I can put down Ellis on the outside, because I don't know if
Burke's got that much speed. His Bankovic takes the ball forward, busts through one, gets to the 29 metre mark out from their own line. Good run down the blind side. Gretchen dummy half gives it to big Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne had a monster of a game yesterday, 2 games. Don't be surprised if he's captain of the Northern Division side. Gretchen dummy half. Gretchen goes for a little dart himself, charges upfield, gets to the halfway line. He's hitting a good tackle there by Rinken. Dummy half is Hardy. Gets the ball on to number 11. That's Tommy. Who is that?
Number 17.
Mulherron. Jordan Mulherron. My apologies. Number 17. Here's Hayden Fox. Another flat kick. He's got to be careful. He's going to get charged down again. Neuenhouse gets the ball. Fields it well, and he's tackled 25 metres out from his own line. Willie's centre field. Morgan Emity looks like he's going to come in for a run. Is that Morgan Emity, boys?
No, Morgan's a forward.
That's Cody Argent, yes. Morgan Emity's the winger out there without the headgear. Here's Hayden Burke coming in for a run, the big fella. Played juniors the last couple of years, and he's also played backing up again today. Ball goes there, Bentley tackles him, high shot. And that was number 15, and that is Matthew Brock for the Singleton boys. High shot there.
Looking to play up tempo here. What you've got to worry about here is Bradley running the football. He does a lot of passing. When he runs, he's a very dangerous runner of the football.
Scott Griffiths gives the ball off onto Matthew Brock again. Brock hitting a good tackle from Bankovic, and over the top Jake Hardy. 11 metres out from the Rams line, 10 in from touch. Ball goes out to Cox. Gets a ball onto the front row, which is Carl Gilmore. Gilmore takes the ball 12 metres out from the Rams line. Smith at dummy half onto Bradley. Bradley looks to give it out the back to Neuenhouse. Gives a short ball onto Argent. Long ball, looked a bit forward, but it goes on to Morgan Emity. He scored in the corner from the for the Singleton Greyhounds. It was too easy, Bomber.
Yeah, far too easy. Jacko Inshaw's jammed in off the wing and come up with fresh air. If you're going jammed off the wing, you've got to stop the play, and he's come up with nothing, and we've got the ball out the winger who scored. Probably Troy would be unhappy with that. The second real time Singleton come down here, and they've shot a long ball out to their centre, and he's scored easy.
Well, they got that piggyback through a sloppy play the ball, a penalty, and you just cannot be giving Singleton that leeway and that luxury early in the game. They've kicked away to a 4-0 lead after nearly 8 minutes of the first half here. First home game of the season for the Rams. They need to kick back and kick back strongly here, Reggie.
Yeah, most definitely, mate. And one of the notable things I've just seen, if I take anything, is big. He's been a big boy in the centres for Singleton all along, but Luke Gardner going into the front row this season. Bomber, do you think that's a smart move? He's got a lot of speed out wide, and it's a lot of workload. It's a bit different.
Yeah, he's a good centre. He's probably one of the best centres that has run around in Group 21, Reggie. But I'm just looking across the board here at Singo, and probably they're probably not flush with too many front rowers, so they've probably thought, well, experienced footballer, he'll get the job done. You could play him anywhere, you know he's going to do the job.
Neuenhouse moves in to try and convert this try, and he's a good goal kicker, and that flags are up. 6-0, kicked it from the sideline. Good young footballer, Will Neuenhouse, Bomber.
Yeah, well,
at the extras there on.
I presume he made the Northern Division side yesterday, did he? Or I'm not sure.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
The Muswellbrook Golf Club scoreboard.
6-0 early. 31 minutes to go in this
good kick.
First half. That is a really good kick. Oh, great kick. Ball's gone over the line. Great effort there. And Bailey Taylor. Well, Singleton have let them off the hook there. They need to make the most of this set of 6, the Rams. Really put the pressure on. If they don't score, they need to repeat. no question. In today's game, Bomber, am I right to say repeat sets are everything?
Oh, that's what they all work for. But I think if they can just set up here in the middle and get Jake Ellis one-on-one with young Scotty Griffiths. I said Scott's a fullback playing in the centres and Jake's a strike centre. He can do some damage on him.
Ball went from Fox out to Taylor, back inside, ran an unders line, Jacob Ellis, and he's tackled exactly where the scrum was. 10 metres out, 11 metres out from the Singleton line. Ball goes out to Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne takes the ball forward, gets to about 5 out, right under the post. Options both left and right. Gretsch short ball on to Ramon Jackson. That ball's around his ankles. That was a shocker, Bomber. Reggie,
Yeah,
shocker.
Probably not one of Gretsch's best ones, but yeah, they got him. If there's any upside to it, they're down that end of the field, and hopefully they can put a good set of 6 here in defence and make them kick from inside their 40, or better still, get an error.
Yeah, very, very unlike Gretschy with those type of passes. And of course, I saw your comments on Facebook during the week about them being the face of the Rams, Dylan Thorne and Adam Gretsch this year. Bomber?
Yeah, well, they're self-appointed faces.
Gretschy's got a head for radio.
And a voice for... No, he doesn't actually.
No. Here's the Greyhounds taking the ball out from their own line. Couple of really good hit-ups. Michael Rinkin was that guy that was charging forward. Good hit there by Bailey Ellis. Ball goes into number 15, I think that is, Matthew Brock. Takes the ball up. Short ball to the lock forward, which was Dale Watson, and Watson upended there. They're 32 metres out, centre field from their own line, the Singleton Greyhounds. That was Matthew Brock, my apologies. Ball goes out to Bradley. Bradley jinks, look for some support runners, but he doesn't. There was no one there, so he had no choice but to go himself. Good tackle from Adam Gretsch. Ball goes out. Bradley, I think, kicked that from the sideline. And pressure was on Jackson Anshaw, but the Singleton guy came through, Morgan Emity, and put it over the touchline. 32 metres out from the Rams line. They'll have a scrum feed the Rams. They're 6-0 down. 28 minutes to go in this first half. Bit sloppy, Bomber. They haven't completed a set yet.
No, the Rams just don't seem to haven't got into a rhythm yet. I think it just all comes back to see if we can get some go forward here. That's a good run by Ramon. If we can back it up with Thorny just rolling forward, maybe a Bailey Ellis or a Jordan Mulherron, and let's just try and see if we can bend them in the middle.
Ball's going to go from Jake Hardy to Dylan Thorne now. Runs on the edge of the ruck there. Centre field. Good tackle there. Oh, that's a second bad. And he's pulled up.
Jeez.
Very lucky there, Adam Gretsch. Tried a quick play the ball. He tried a quick scoot and he got away with it. Penalty against the Singleton Greyhounds, right just short of the halfway line in their own field, in their own half, I should say, the Rams. And this is a good breathing space penalty for the Rams. Jake Hardy to kick for touch.
Very lucky there for Gretschy. I think he got away with that one there, Bomber.
Yeah, he could sense that there was a quick play the ball needed, and he got it. I think he was running before he picked it up. But that's a good run by Jacob, and hopefully we can roll forward. Maybe Stubbs or Dylan can just push us forward a bit more, bend the line.
Ball goes out to Hardy, onto Bailey Ellis, centre field, 15 out from the Singleton line. They've still got some options left and right. Onto Ramon Jackson from dummy half. Gretschy brings him under, beats one, gets to there. Good charging run, about 5 out from the Singleton line. They're spread both sides of the ruck. Short ball. Gretschy gives the ball on to Bankovic, and Bankovic taken. He's trying to shuffle through the tackle. He's only a metre out from the line, 5 in from touch. They need a good set here, the Rams. Gretsch onto Hardy. Short ball onto Bailey. Taylor Bailey, Halen beats one. There's going to be an obstruction. Lazy decoy runner there, Bomber. Lazy decoy runner. I think Bailey Taylor, as soon as he got the ball, he knew he was in trouble when he got through that first tackle.
Yeah, I think Ramon probably would have been better off just running through, make it another couple of metres through, and it might not look so obvious. But there's promising signs there. We, on the back of a couple of good quick play the balls, we poked their nose through a few times then.
Well, another let-off for the Singleton Greyhounds, and they didn't need that. Fair income. Here's big Michael Rinkin. He took that first hit up. Now the Singleton boys shuffling it out from their own line. Man-handled there. Good tackle by 3 of the Rams. Jake Smith was dummy half. Ball goes out to Thomas Johnson onto Morgan Emity out wide. Good, they've spread it wide early. They get to the halfway line. 49 metres out. 20 in from touch, the Singleton boys. Jake Smith, another incorrect play the ball. Didn't touch it with his foot. players are arguing that they're going through the motion, but Reggie, you might be able to enlighten us. Do they actually, is the edict now from Country Rugby League / NRL, do they have to touch it with their foot?
That's correct, yes. And because previously rules used to be you even need to make the attempt to play the ball with your foot. Now you have to, and it's being really clamped down on throughout the group and through the NRL. You'll see plenty of it because I was guilty of it myself. You just make the effort.
Well, it's not tunnel ball, and goodness me, if they haven't learnt by now, when's the light bulb moment going to go off? Zach Webb, good run from Webby. Long ball out to Foxy. Good hands from Foxy. Short ball onto Bailey Ellis. Takes the ball 10 out from the Singleton line. Centre field. They're set both sides. Gretchy gets the ball from dummy half. Shows it under to Dylan Thorne. Had a great day yesterday, as I said. Here they are, 5 metres out. Gretchy. Dummy half. Shows the ball one way. Gives the ball long to Hayden Fox. Hayden Fox jinks. Beats one. Goes to the line. Tackled there. 3 metres out from the Singleton line. Gretchy goes himself. Oh, he's another spilled. It's come off his foot. That's sick. How did he control that? It's the last. What are they going to do? Gretchy dummy half onto Hayden Fox. A little dribble through the kick. And Bailey Taylor gets the ball. They called him offside.
Oh.
Called him offside. That's a tough call.
We weren't in the best position from here, but I can tell you right now.
Hang on, someone's had a word to Joey.
Yeah, he's not going to cop that. Dylan Thorne needs to learn. Joey is not going to cop any back chat. Geez, it had to be close because Bailey Taylor was screaming onto that.
I just don't
promising sides, but they've just got to hang here. They just can't afford to let Singo come up and put
another let off.
On. I think
another let off bomber.
Yep.
Here's the Rams. Jake Smith, the Singleton boys. I apologise.
Rinkin, that is.
Tackle. Rinkin, Michael Rinkin. Gone through a ton of work so far early in this match. Slow to get off the play the ball. The Muswellbrook defenders. Matthew Brock.
Quite a peculiar spot for the first grade coach to be standing under the old school board here. Joe Bailey. Interesting.
Okay, you've noticed that. You've picked that up well. Gets a good dynamic the whole width of the field. There's Dale Watson, takes the ball up. He's inside the Muswellbrook half. 45 metres out, centre field. Smith goes to dummy half. He kicks the ball straight into the arms. I don't know what that was. But anyway, ball goes straight into Bailey Taylor's hands. He beats one, beats two, beats three. Gets over halfway, BT.
Yeah, we're going to have Ellis go here. He's got to go.
Has to go. Quick play the ball. Ellis goes himself, takes off from dummy half, and he's handled there well from Newenhouse. Newenhouse read that like a book. Short ball onto Mulheron. Mulheron takes the ball over the 30, 25 metres out centre field. Thomas Johnson putting a bit of niggle in that tackle. Gretch down the left-hand side onto Zach Webb. Zach Webb charges up the centre of the field. Good tackle again there. Dummy half, Gretch. Gretch goes from dummy half. This is what he does best, Gretch. He's going towards the line. He's only a metre out, looking for the unload. Trying to spin in the tackle. Last tackle, Fox at dummy half. Hayden Fox at dummy half. Ball goes out the back to Jake Hardy. Drops it on. It's a knock on. They'll get a repeat set of 6. Wasn't the greatest kick in the world, Bomber.
No, it wasn't. If he could have poked it through, probably there's an opportunity for a try, I think. Jake's just got to settle down here. He's got this left side under control here, and I'd just like to see him get a bit early ball to Jake Ellis and let him have a bit of one-on-one with Scotty Griffiths. Obviously, our right side, Foxy's got Webby outside him. It's just a matter of whether he wants to take on Bradley or not. But I think that the points are going to come on our left side, Singo's right side. But we're pushing through the middle here nicely with the big boys at the moment.
Here's Jake Hardy to feed this scrum. They're 10 metres out, 20 in from touch. Pressure's on Singleton. Bailey Ellis gives a good ball out to Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis gets under 1, gets under 2, still going around. He gets to James Bradley, and Bradley's tackled him 10 metres out, centre field from the Singleton line. Fox at dummy half. Like to see a little bit more urgency. Ball goes to Ramon Jackson. Ramon Jackson goes wide. Gets through one. Great unload to Zach Webb, and he's over in the corner, Webby. Good run from Ramon Jackson.
Fantastic offload too. Great vision.
Well, you said it, Bomber. You did call it. You said they've got to get it wide, either left or right. And it's worked out exceptionally well. Great effort from Ramon.
Try there to open up the Muswellbrook Rams camp.
Yeah, Ramon comes to town with a lot of raps on him. I think he done some years in the Bulldog system down at Canterbury, and he's a Group 3 boy, but he's a likely looking lad. And it looks like he's having a spell now, but he's obviously a good offloader in him. He's a good mover for a big fella.
Good defender, Bomber. I really like his style. He a little bit like Jack DeBellin. He goes in hard around the midsection. I like his style as a defender.
Yep.
So it's 6-4 here, kick to come, 20 minutes to go in this first half. First home game of the season for the Muswellbrook Rams. I tell you what, they want to make they'd like to walk away here this afternoon with a win.
Yeah, well, certainly after winning last week, you don't want to go 1-1 against have one win, one loss going into the next week's Singleton Shield final against the old arch rivals Aberdeen. It looks like it's Josh Skirmanger on for the Rams.
We'll just stick with Josh, I think, boys.
We need to talk to Josh and just say, has he got a nickname? That's no disrespect at all, but well done to Skirmanger.
So, yeah, mate, look, one thing I want to point out too, Benko, is, you know, Muswellbrook's had a problem in the past with goal kickers. There's always been just the one. You had Jeffrey Sirico and Liam Dunn, but in this side here, you've got Jake Hardy, Ellis, Taylor, throw in Foxy's a notable goal kicker, so that's a good problem to have.
Me personally, knowing all the boys, I would have given it to Bailey Ellis to kick that goal. What do you reckon, Bomber?
Oh, yeah, it's
Ellis would definitely be the number one kicker there. Here's
Josh. Research on this fella, and he's out of the Manly district, which is wanting to get a club.
He goes hard. I've watched him. He had a trial up there against Katingal earlier. Here's Bailey Ellis, takes the ball. Good run from Bay. Beats one, beats two, and he gets over the 30-metre line, 32 metres out from his own line, centre field. Great run. Great couple of runs from them boys. Here's Bailey Taylor. The Jake Hardy turned it back inside to Bailey Taylor. He's tackled right on the 40-metre line, trying to bend over backwards.
He's going again, Gretchy.
Gretchy goes himself, gets under Thomas Johnson, jinks off his left, gets through two, gets through Dale Watson, who was very lazy there in defence. Centre field, Bailey Taylor, dummy half, options to the left. Jake Hardy puts a little kick over. Here. Is he going to find the wind has beaten it? Goodness me.
7 tackles, boys.
Yep. Don't know if I would have tried that. I might have went for another wide run.
Our mate Josh Skirmanger, whatever his name is, I'm not sure. He'll be able to let us know. Apparently he's out of the Narrabeen club in the Manly A-grade comp.
Righto. Well, I see Nathan Graham is just about to come onto the field. There's a loose carry, and Bailey Ellis and Josh was involved in that tackle. Well done to the Muswellbrook defence. They manned up. Brady Benkovic coming on. He hurt his knee yesterday in those group trials, and he looks very ginger indeed, and he's not impressed. Young fella hurt his knee yesterday, Bomber, and had this conversation with him, and doesn't look like it's come up well. Anyway, Nathan Graham will get his opportunity here to move into the back row. Hayden Fox feeds the scrum. Bailey Ellis at the base gets it on to Bailey Taylor. He's tackled 20 metres out, 20 in from touch. Rams on the attack. Nathan Graham goes for a run from dummy half. Takes off. He's 10 metres out, 11 metres out. Gretch goes to dummy half. Short ball onto Nathan Dylan Thorne. Another ball onto...
nice hands.
Great hands onto Jackson Anshaw. He's going to dive over in the corner. Try. Great hands from Bailey Taylor. And also Jake Hardy, Bomber. Zachy Webb was involved as well.
Yep. Good hands again. Probably the money ball's the one that Bailey Taylor gets away.
The Hunter Valley Concrete scoreboard on Muswellbrook 8. Singleton 6.
8-6. Good hit back. They need to make something of that good run of possession there, Bomber. They needed to score.
I'm liking the combination. Sorry, Bomber's got his mouthful of food there. I'm liking the combination of Ellis and Taylor. I think, you're going to see that in years to come. You've put them through your system, Bomber, and not here to pee in your pocket, but a great coach you were, and I think that they're going to be great for the club in years to come if they don't kick on further, especially Ellis.
Yeah, it's just a matter of, in coach speak, they had nice shape there, and they just played their roles to perfection, and that's what Bailey Ellis is going to do out there as a lock in first grade. He can play there's two types of ways he can go. He can play with the old third prop forward role, which I don't think would suit him, or he can play sort of as a link man between the two halves. So at the moment he looks like he's probably playing as a link, so if he's comfortable doing that, he probably should stick with that.
I like the way he's coming out, as he's missed the conversion again, Jake Hardy. I like the way he's coming out at the base of the scrum. He's doing it so fast with such precision, the balls, and the way they're executing that. I think it's a dangerous combination.
Well, he's manned up today. 16 minutes to go in this first half. The Rams have kicked back. It's 8-6. They've missed their only 2 shots at goal to convert. Jacob Ellis having some work done in his left hand here. Newenhouse to kick off. Restart play goes. Ball goes high. Bailey Taylor under it. Dylan Thorne's going to get that ball off him. Charges towards his own 20-metre line. 15 in from touch. Nathan Graham at dummy half takes off himself.
That's a man bun.
Gretsch at dummy half. Onto Josh. Josh gets the ball. Scrimmagower. Gretsch at dummy half again. Centre field, 32 metres out. Here's Bailey Ellis. Long ball out to Mulheron. Mulheron gets a short ball onto Zach Webb, but he's held well and a good tackle there from Morgan Emity, I think that is. Ball goes off to Foxy. Foxy gives it to Bailey Ellis. Good hit there. Good defensive hit there. I think that's Jake Smith. Ball goes on to Jake Hardy. Gets it down into the Singleton deep. Big kick straight down Hayden Burke's throat. Comes to Daniel Ellis. Shakes off Daniel Ellis. He's a big boy, Hayden Burke.
Yeah, I'd probably like to see him bring the ball on the left, and maybe Jake on tackle 3 or 4, just a little one behind Burkey. Like he's a big boy, he's going to turn. Hoping Dan Ellis can foot it for him, get the ball.
Absolutely. Thomas Johnson at dummy half. Gets the ball on to number 14 there is Jai Upwood. They're still 40 metres out from their own line, the Singleton Greyhounds. Thomas Johnson, dummy half. Another infringement. That's a piggyback penalty.
Yeah.
That was late in the tackle
penalty.
count too. Late in the tackle count. And someone's giving him a bit of lip. He's called Josh Scrimmagower over. Joey's not going to put up with any crap, I can tell you now. Need to get on with it. Is another piggyback penalty for the Singleton Greyhounds. They've let them off the hook there. A couple of silly infringements there from the Rams. Need to get over that.
Here it comes.
Singleton will have a restart here. 45 out from the Rams line. Ball goes forward to Michael Rinkin. Charges well, Michael Rinkin. Good tackle there from Dylan Thorne and Nathan Graham. Thomas Johnson, dummy half. He loves a skirmish from dummy half. He loves to get out of there. Very busy player. Dylan Thorne was equal to the task. Ball goes to Scott Griffiths at dummy half. Gets it on to Big Dale Watson, and Watson's tackled 25 metres out from the Rams line, centre field. Good tackle there too. Another infringement. Repeat set. Who's he talking to? He's
Jordan Mulheron.
Jordan Mulheron.
Boys, I've just been told his name is Josh Skyminger.
Okay, Matthew Brock takes the tap. Gets the ball centre field. 12 metres out from the Rams line. Gretchy all over him. He's Newenhouse. Darts off from dummy half. Comes to Gretchen, Bailey Ellis, and they're tackled. 10 metres out, 8 metres out. He unloads. Gets it on to Dale Watson. Bailey Taylor around his leg. He unloads again to Newenhouse. Out to Bradley down the left-hand side. He's hit by Fox and Taylor. Also, Josh, the reserve, Thomas Johnson, dummy half, gets it on to Matthew Brock. Good tackle from the big fella. 5 metres out from the Rams line. Thomas Johnson, dummy half again. Ball goes wide to Cox. Cox gives the ball to Rinkin. Rinkin charges towards the line. Another good tackle there by the Rams. They're holding forward at the moment. Nathan Graham all over him. 2 metres out. Johnson, dummy half, short ball down the blind inside to Cox. Short ball on to... has he? I don't think he's grounded.
He's held up.
He's dead set held up. And that was Scotty Griffiths. Last tackle coming up. Well, great defence from the Rams. Has he signalled the last? Yes, he does now.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if...
Goes on to Cox. He runs himself. A little grubber kick. Bailey Taylor equal to it. Great stuff. Well read from Bailey Taylor. James Bradley tackles him 3 metres out from his own line. Daniel Ellis, no. Hayden Fox goes himself. I thought Singleton were all offside there.
I think we need our speed man here at the moment. Not one off the ruck. Out of dummy half.
Jacob Ellis goes from dummy half himself, comes to Bradley and Thomas Johnson along with Jai Upwood. He's tackled 19 metres out centre field from his own line. Daniel Ellis at dummy half. He'll go himself. He gets a scrum. He gets a penalty. Well done. That's a breathing space for the Rams, boys.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I'm just trying to work out whether we can give Thorny a spell now or not. Remains on. I know Thorny's not a big believer in having a spell, but he's heading towards the sideline, so maybe Romain will be coming on for him.
Jacob Ellis takes a tap, goes himself, gets to the 40-metre line, 10 in from touch. Gretsch at dummy half. Ball's going to go to Nathan Graham. Takes a run up, gets to just shy of the halfway line. Jay Carty, first receiver coming up. Gretchy's all over the play of the ball there. Jacob Ellis goes again from the blind side down the short side here. Good run. Gretch onto Hardy. Hardy's got a couple of runners. He turns it under for Dylan Thorne, and Dylan Thorne takes the ball 32 metres out, 20 in from touch from the Singleton line. Gretch at dummy half, short ball to Bailey Ellis. Bailey Ellis goes across field, claps it on, gets through one and drags the defence. It's the last. Centre field. What are they going to do, the Rams? Gretch is looking for a penalty. Ball goes to Hayden Fox. Can he get it? Crossfield kick to Bailey Taylor. It's down the end goal. He needs to bounce. Oh, Scotty Griffiths gets the ball. Can they hold him up in the field of play? No, they don't. Great effort from Scotty Griffiths there.
Yeah, no, definitely. And he made a couple of last-ditch efforts of a tackle there. And I've heard him screaming at the players, put him on his back. And that's one thing Singleton have not done in this first half of footy, is get the player onto their back to slow the football down.
Now they're trying to get it. They look a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. Singleton are all over the place. There's no one wanting to take the ball and get it out into their own red zone.
Yeah, they're probably suffering from that lack of a prop here, Banco. Just someone who can get them over the ad line.
Mm-hmm. Good tackle there. That's 16 for Ethan Edwards from Singleton. Great tackle from Ramon. That copybook cut in half tackle. Here's the ball. Singleton getting it out of their own zone. Daniel Ellis fields it well. Gets it on his own 32-metre point. Just makes it shy of halfway. Bailey Taylor goes to dummy half. Short ball to Zach Webb. Centres come in for a run to take the pressure off the forwards. Good effort from Webb and Ellis there. Gretch at dummy half. Short ball on to Mulheron. Mulheron goes forward. Comes on to Ethan Edwards. And Ethan Edwards, he drags the defence 30 metres out centre field. Gretch at dummy half. Gives the ball to Hayden Fox. Hayden Fox cut out pass to Zach Webb, and Zach Webb gets it 22 metres out. Hayden Fox dummy half onto Mulheron, and Mulheron goes forward, beats one, drags another two. He's inside the 10. It's the last. They've got a lot of options out to the left here. Here's Bailey Ellis out the back to Jay Carty, and was an ordinary pass to Bailey Taylor. The pressure was right on him, and it was good defence from Scotty Griffiths into Jay Carty's face there, Bomber.
Yeah, Scotty done well. You know, probably looking at it, Muswellbrook might have been better off just with the old get in the middle of the field and put the bomb up and see what they can get out of it.
9 minutes to go in this first half. It's 8-6 in favour of the Rams. Barely holding on. A lot of errors early, a lot of push passes, and they need to get a couple of real good repeat sets here from both sides. If they get another piggyback penalty away, the pressure's going to be back on the Rams again. The last thing they need here is a stupid penalty. Here's Dale Watson. He goes forward. Good tackle. 12 out from his own line. Thomas Johnson at dummy half gets it to Bradley. Bradley inside it to Newenhouse. Newenhouse flick passes it out the back onto Cody Argent. And Argent goes forward. And what's this, a penalty? Offside. They've called them all offside, have they, Bomber?
Held out without the ball, I think.
Okay. Well, there's that piggyback penalty we're talking about, mate.
I think if you're going to have Dunny on the bench, I think with 8 minutes to go, I know he hadn't had any football under his belt, but maybe just that big body running at tired blokes there for the last 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. Obviously, without the footy, he's probably best off being there when we're deep into attack.
Argent gets the ball onto Ethan Edwards now. They've made it inside the Muswellbrook half, 45 out. Johnson at dummy half onto Bradley. Bradley gives a short ball on to Jai Upward, and Jai Upward's high shot round the neck from Gretchy and Ramon Jackson. Another penalty to the Singleton side. The pressure is right on the Rams here. Bradley's going to kick for touch. Finds it. It'll end up being 22 metres out from the Rams line. Can they hold on, Bomber? They don't need to try against them here in the last 7 minutes of the first half, mate.
Been a sloppy last 5 minutes by the Rams.
Absolutely. Here's Ethan Edwards, takes the ball forward. Good charge. Johnson at dummy half. They've got a big backline set, the Singleton Greyhounds. Goes on to Bradley. Bradley short ball on to Jacob Carey. And Carey charges that ball forward. Gets about 10 metres out. Centre third from the Muswellbrook line. Johnson again. He goes himself. Darts from dummy half. Very dangerous. Swivels in the tackle. Looking for a try. Plays the ball. Good quick play the ball. Gets it up to Cox. Cox gives a short ball. And it's a terrible play the ball. Joey Butler's pinned him from not getting his foot on that ball. They're consistent, Bomber.
Yeah, there's probably 3 or 4 we've seen in first grade, along with the probably 5 or 6 from reserve grade. Singleton made a tactical switch here to put Tony Johnson in the hooker, and I believe that's his best position, and he's probably going to cause more trouble playing hooker for Muswellbrook than he's playing on the left edge. So
yeah, there's no question about that. He's always been a very busy playing that dummy half role, Bomber.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be time off here, but I still think the Rams boys, with 6 to go, they've got to keep putting some pressure on Thorny and Ramon, just get us up the park and let Bailey Ellis or Jake Hardy get a good kick. Mulherron looks like he's suffering from a leg injury, so we could see young McKenzie or Dunny on before half time.
Good run from Dylan Thorne, and an equally good run from Zach Webb to get the ball out there. Bailey Ellis, first receiver, onto Ramon. Sloppy, Bomber. They've just turned it over again. Was it really needed, that unload from Jackson?
I don't know what was happening there. I'd really like to see him just take some real bullet passes straight off the dummy half, just get out of the ad line, bend him in the middle and get to a kick. I know they're probably trying to get to a position where they can set an attack up, but if they just roll that ad line, then I think if there's anywhere Singleton will be weak is in that smaller forward pack where we've probably got 20 kilos over most of them.
Well, we keep inviting Singleton pressure, and this is about the fourth time they've done so, and Scotty Griffiths takes the ball now for Singleton. He's 35 metres out centre field from the Muswellbrook line, and they've given another penalty away. Jake Hardy, there was no reason for a second effort in that tackle. Get all the garbage out in this first half and go to the sheds. Still up 8-6 will be a bonus for the Rams, I feel. Here's Nicholas Cox, gets a ball on to Jacob Carey. Centre field charge. Johnson at dummy half again. They're setting up well there. Ball goes on to Jai, upward and upward. Takes 2 or 3 defenders with him. Tackled 15 out from the Rams line. Johnson at dummy half again, skirts down the left. Bradley set, gives a short ball on to beautiful work from Ethan Edwards. That was a set play, Bomber, and that is something that we've both seen young James Bradley put on over the last couple of years down that short left-hand side.
Yeah, James is dangerous. He's one of those blokes that you don't want to rush up on him in case he puts a nice ball on, but sometimes you've got to rush on it to cut his time and space out because he's a very good runner of the football.
Very good thing. Good head on him.
But that's what only got themselves a bone. They've invited these boys back into the game, and I know Singleton's always, for the last 70 years of football, very well drilled. They'll just hang around. Last week they played a really good Scone side down there at Singleton and just hung in there and only got beat by 4 points. And same thing, just giving cheap ball, they've got enough good players in the side. When you've got Johnson and Bradley and Newenhouse in the side, giving them the ball within 20 metres of the line, they will do something with you.
Well, that man Newenhouse, he's going to try and convert that try and take him to a 12-8 lead. It's 10-8. There's going to be less than 4 minutes to go in this first half, and as we've both made the comment, Bomber, they've only got themselves to blame here, the Rams. Some really ordinary efforts. They got let off when Thomas Johnson got penalised for an incorrect play, the ball 2 metres out from their own line, and they just did not make the most of it. Not enough discipline shown. You're right, they should have just got into a good field position and put it into a corner and trying to peg Singleton down in their own red zone. Here's Newenhouse to try and convert that try. He moves in, kicks the ball. The guy can kick a ball, and that is just way too
low. He missed it.
Absolutely unusual. It's still 10-8 here. 3 minutes to go in this first half, Bomber.
Yeah, I think Troy would like to probably see us get a completion, defensive completion and an attacking completion here to finish the half off. Don't score a try, but here's Bailey's. He's rolled the dice here.
I don't know what that was, but I think he's knocked it on. Jake Hardy's knocked it on. If Jake Hardy keeps giving Joey Butler the looks in the comments, I don't know if he's not going to visit the shed, Bomber.
Yeah, I got no drama with Bailey doing that. It was a play that a heads-up play. Tommy Johnson probably saved Singo's bacon there, but yeah, basically we get the ball back, we're well on attack, but we just got to defend it here.
Here's Hayden Burke charging through. The guy can run, and he's a big bopper. He's 45 metres out from his own line, centre field. That was good little move. What do they call that again? A leapfrog move, dummy up. I can't remember what it's called. Here's Jai Upward taking the ball up. Gets inside the Muswellbrook half, and he's tackled 45 metres out centre field from the Muswellbrook line. The defence, this set of 6 has to be strong. James Bradley down the short side again, gives the ball to Ethan Edwards.
Seems to be a bit of a target man over there.
Absolutely, yes. I think they're targeting Hayden Fox and Webby out there on that left-hand side. Here's Dale Watson, big bopper himself, and he's hitting a good tackle there from Nathan Graham, centre field, about 8 metres out. It's the last. What are they going to do? Johnson gives the ball out the back to James Bradley. He's going to go for a field goal. It's wide on the right-hand side.
7 tackles set here with 1:50 to go. If we play a bit of up-tempo here. What's that? What's happening?
Here's Jacob Ellis taking the ball from dummy half. They're 1.5 minutes from half time. Here's Gretchy, goes from dummy half. Boots one. Boots comes to 45 metres out before Dale Watson is taking him just shy of halfway. Zach Webb's going to run from dummy half. Gets over the halfway line, he slips and is hit hard, and a good tackle there from Jacob Carey. Ball goes out to the left, Jake Hardy out the back, short pass to Dylan Thorne, beats one, charges through. They need a good try here just before half time.
Still a minute left, boys.
They've got it. Keep going, Jake Hardy comes down the left-hand side to Bailey Taylor. Bailey Taylor puts a little grubber through. Here's Daniel Ellis. Oh, they've taken it over the sideline. It's going to be a line drop out. Good coverage there by Will Neuenhouse, Bomber.
Yeah, it is. Will read that well. I think Daniel had Berkey for pace, but with 41 seconds to go, there won't be any rush to drop it out unless Joey calls time off, which I don't think he will. Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to get a word just on half time with Jai Bailey. If they can defend for 25 seconds, they'll do well here to go into the half time with a 10-8 lead, the Singleton boys. We'll just call this last 25 seconds. Ball goes, Cox drops it out, goes under Jake Hardy. He's going to give it to Captain Dylan Thorne. He charges towards the line. He comes to big Scotty Griffiths. He takes through him to get him down 20 metres out. The ball's come loose in the tackle.
They go for the long-range penalty here.
Are they going to go? Surely they'll do that. Penalty. Will they go for the try and even it up, Bomber?
I think they're going for a penalty.
I don't think they've got a choice. Who are they going to go? Is Jake Hardy going to take the kick?
Jake Hardy, Bailey Taylor, Bailey Ellis, anyone you like.
Hayden Fox.
Jacko Henshaw, Dylan Thorne.
Yep. Well, Reggie's got the microphone down there to Jai Bailey. Welcome, Jai Bailey, the Singleton coach, to the microphone. Jai, good start by the boys. 10-8 lead, possibly going into the sheds. What's your focus on in this second half, mate? What's your halftime talk going to be about?
Yeah, as you said, we started well. Basically, we need to talk about completions. We're completing around 30-40%. You can't.
You there, John?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, mate, we got you.
You got you? Yeah, mate. I was just saying, mate, it's all about completions for us at the moment. We're completing around 30-40%. Okay. Win footing on that.
Mate, I'm very, very impressed with Tommy Johnson out of dummy half. Here's a kick to try and even it up, and Bailey Taylor does. It's 10-all, but Jai, I think it's a good start. If one thing you can pick up, it's both sides need to pick up their ball possession and complete their sets, mate.
Yeah, we keep turning the ball over, on the halfway line or only kicking to their 30. We just need to, get some better possession. So anyway, I've got to run.
Righto, mate. Good luck. It's 10-all here at half time. We'll just take a short break and we'll get back with all the second half action. And in the second half, the positive thing is that Singleton will be running with the breeze in this second half. So the Rams will not be able to afford to turn over possession as much as they've done. We'll be back shortly.
We'll do a bit of a half-time recap, boys, given that we didn't have much time. They were keen to get on the field there at the beginning. Benko, what do you make of it so far?
Well, it's been a bit sloppy, mate. Both sides are really struggling to complete sets of 6, and given the opportunity to both sides have been given the opposition the opportunity to just pour on the pressure. Muswellbrook in particular, I think they gifted Singleton with some early points there, or late points I should say. But then again, Singleton did the same thing. A couple of, I think the telling factor of the day, Bomber, has been the play the ball penalties. They have to learn from this, and thank goodness it's only round 2, but as you said earlier, Reggie, if they learn from it and it's a consistency, well, all teams should get on with the game and do it properly. And look, just on the game, I'd still like, and I know Bomber's touched on it, I'd love to see the ball get a little bit more wider into the brothers Ellis' hands. I know, and Bomber's pointed out quite clearly that give Daniel Ellis and Jacob Ellis the opportunity to get around Scotty Griffiths and Hayden Burke, and I think that has to be a must and a focal point for this second half.
Yep, and on the back of that, Banco, obviously a lot of revolve around Ramon and Thorny, just rolling us forward, giving those blokes some opportunity to get on the back of some good football out wide. But the main thing is, if Ramon and Dylan are pushing up, we've got to push with the football. It's evident looking up here. Obviously the boys can't see it down below, but the push with the football, we're still going one out. I know there's fatigue set in late in the half, but early we should be pushing 2 or 3 blokes with the footy. So if there's an offload, or you might be able to tip on into space, there's enough ball handling skills in the Rams forwards to be able to play that sort of football. So hopefully we're all on the footy. From the Singleton side of the coin, you still don't want to be giving too much football in your own half to Bradley, Johnson and Newenhouse. They will hurt you.
Well, righty-ho, boys, we'll get things under the way for the second half, but just before we do, I think Argent and young Morgan Amity are having a blinder out there for their first grade debut this season. So,
yeah, a couple of really good kids. Here's Newenhouse to restart the second half. Ball goes high in the air. Bailey Taylor under it, safe as a bank, and here's Ramon. First run of the second half. Great run from Ramon. Gets to about 25 metres out centre field from his own line. Gritchy, Bomber, I don't know about you, but he's just lacking a bit of speed out of that dummy half, Gritchy.
Yeah, probably that. He's only second full game back from that.
Absolutely.
And speed's a great asset that he's had. He's probably playing a touch heavier, but I think same as a few of the boys making their comebacks, 4 or 5 rounds into it, I think they'll be better served for it.
Yeah, there's no question.
Nice kick
about
by
that.
Foxy.
Good, he's found the gap, Foxy, and now the pressure's on Will Newenhouse to take a ball out from his own line. Good tackle from Zachy Webb and Bailey Taylor over the top. Newenhouse gets the ball. He's 25 metres out from his own line. Here's Morgan Amity. Morgan Amity takes the ball from dummy half and he's hit. Just gets over about 33 metres out from his own line, 20 in from touch. Johnson at dummy half gets it on to Bradley. Bradley gets it on to Scotty Griffiths. He's hitting a good tackle from Dylan Thorne and Bailey Ellis, I should say. 40 metres out, centre field. Ball goes to Cox. Cox shows it under to Michael Rinkin, and Rinkin gets it just shy of halfway. Good tackle there by Jake Hardy, the halfback over there, Bomber. That's a good couple of repeat double up defensive efforts there.
Tail up, Jake. Nice kick from Cox. Kick pressure too. I'd like to see Daniel get to the middle there and make him chase him.
Absolutely. Here's Daniel Ellis.
Can run that Webby and Jack Lenshaw getting us out of here.
Well, here we go. Here's Webby, that man you've just pointed out. Takes it centre field, charges up to about the 40 metre line. Next man in line has to be Jackson Anshaw, but Gretchy goes himself. Makes about 2 metres, unloads to Dylan Thorne, gets over halfway to Jacob Ellis, does a little bit of a spin, but he's held in a good tackle there by Scotty Griffiths. And also Nicholas Cox. Ball goes to Nathan Graham and he's hitting a good tackle. They still haven't got to the halfway line, the Muswellbrook Rams. Not a lot of urgency there. Should have went wide early and then a real poor effort there. Straight out in front of Bailey Taylor. He had no chance of catching that, and Muswellbrook wasn't the best of sets, Bomber.
No, it looked promising. Daniel got a good kick reception, and from where we went forward and from the next 2 tackles, we seemed to be fixated with trying to get out of marker instead. Just continue the roll. But now they've got to defend their error. That's the key. How they defend their errors.
And we know James Bradley is going to get the ball in his hands maybe once or twice this set for sure. And the kid can play. He's got a good football brain. They're inside 40 metres out centre field from the Rams line. Johnson goes from dummy half, gets it on to Jai Upper, who's ran strongly since he's been on. They're looking for a penalty. Gretchy takes him. 32 metres out from their own line, the Rams line. Here's big Jacob Carey, whopper of a boy, tackled inside the 30, centre field. Johnson comes to the left onto James Bradley. James Bradley out the back. He goes himself. I thought he was going to give it to Newenhouse, but he doesn't. He goes himself.
Tackle by them.
Great tackle from Jordan Mulheron. And Ramon over the top. 20 out. Johnson gets it on to Carey again. Gets into Dylan Thorne. It's the last.
Kick pressure he needed.
Ball goes wide to Nicholas Cox. Another long ball over to Newenhouse. Flat pass over to Scotty Griffiths.
Good defence by Jacob Ellis.
Very good defence. That was a bit slow, a bit pedestrian, that backline move from from the Greyhounds. Here's Jacob Ellis doing what he does best. He beats one, beats two, comes across field. Great run from Jacob. They need to continue. Good play the ball. Daniel Ellis goes to dummy half, gets to the halfway line. Good tackle from James Bradley on Jacob Ellis there too. That didn't go unnoticed. Daniel Ellis over the halfway, Gritch dummy half onto captain Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne tackled right on the 40 metre line, 20 in from touch. Gritch at dummy half onto Jake Hardy, shows it under to Romain. Romain Jackson beats one, tries to unload. Good tackle from Tommy Johnson. Gritch dummy half down the short side. Jake Hardy, long ball, flat pass out to Jacob Ellis. Back inside to Bailey Taylor. Bailey Taylor goes himself. He beats one, beats two. Is he going to be pulled up? He's over. I thought he was going to give it out wide to Daniel Ellis, but he elected to go himself, and he was rewarded with a great effort there from Bailey Taylor. Takes the score to 14 points to 10. They needed that early, the Rams. That got them straight on the front foot. A couple of really good plays there, and I know you're a big fan of when the ball goes deep out there, Brom. I know you're a big fan of them backs getting it to centre field, and Jacob Ellis started that set, and he did exactly what I know you would be very happy with.
Yeah, the pass from there, Jake Hardy played square at the line, got a nice ball onto Jacob, and Jacob was able to put Bailey away, and Bailey, very talented footballer, like he had a bit of work to do there, and he sort of made a hard thing look easy to score the try.
Well, Reggie, Jake Hardy's still going to continue the kicking for goals.
Yeah, look, he does go all right at kicking for goals, and of course Bomber had him there last year doing a bit of kicking at stages, and I just can't help but feel that you should be going with Bailey Ellis, as Bomber said. I think that he's...
As a movement is wrong.
But look, he's a good goal kicker, and I said that. I wasn't going to put the mockers on him, but Bailey Ellis, I think that's someone that they need to start bleeding into that goal kicking, especially early on in the year, because it's going to come a pressure time later on in the season where they're going to need that goal kicking. It's going to be crucial, and Bailey is a renowned goal kicker, and I think first grade, it's going to suit him well.
Well, they've got some depth there for once.
Yeah, that's what I said. You've got about 5 goal kickers to pick from if you want to throw Liam Dunn into the mix.
Well, it's a good early start. There's 6 minutes gone in this first half, and the Rams have been the first to cross the line and have gone away to a 16 points to 10 lead. They need a real good set. I keep saying it, Bomber, but I'd like to see that ball after this set get deep into the corner and hold the Singleton side there.
Yeah, it's important. I think Jake Hardy now controls this whole set.
Ellis goes from Gretchy goes from dummy half after a good run from Romain Jackson. There's another infringement. Joey Butler's pulled them up. Hand in the ruck. Aidan Fox kicks for touch. Finds 15-20 metres. Rams going to be full on attack here. Ball goes into Zach Webb. Zach Webb takes a quick tap.
Good yard.
Finds the Singleton defence with their backs turned. Makes it to the 20-metre line. Well done, Webby. Jackson Anshaw gets a ball, long ball out to Foxy. Foxy's looking for a short pass to Bailey Ellis. Go Bailey Ellis. He beats one, he beats two. He gets to the 10-metre line. Tackled 5 metres out. Fox, good play in the ball. Fox dummy half, long ball out the back to Jake Hardy. Plenty of options to the left. He jinks one way and comes the other. 5 metres out. Nathan Graham at dummy half. Big Dylan Thorne's looking for a burst over here. Here he goes. Nathan Graham goes himself from dummy half. Was easily read.
Probably not the play we're looking for at this stage.
Jacob Ellis at dummy half. Long pass out to Hardy. Another short pass out to Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne tries to drag a couple. He gets to about 5 metres out. It's the last. Bailey Ellis looks like he's going to be first receiver. Gets the ball out the back to him. Jake Hardy puts the dribble kick through. Did they receive it? No. Hit big Dale Watson's foot and it went backwards, and the hooker, Jakey Smith, has fallen on it. What they need here is a good set. They do not need to give a stupid penalty away, the Rams. They've got them pegged down here. Here's Scotty Griffiths starting out from dummy half.
I think we saw Luke Gardner on the field.
He started, I'm not too sure. I've been paying attention to that as well.
Good tackle from Ramon on Jai upwards, centre field, 22 metres out from the Singleton line. Here's Tommy Johnson. Tommy Johnson goes forward, gets into Adam Gretsch. He held the elbow up there. I don't know if Gretchy was entirely impressed with that, but Johnson's tackle 30 metres out. Ball goes to James Bradley down the blind. Good kick pressure from Hayden Fox. Great stuff from Foxy. Forced the error.
Yeah, it was touch too. I've got to go with this.
Did they call a touch right there? Hang on. What's Joey going to say? There's no video replay. It's a Muswellbrook ball. It's a Muswellbrook ball. Great stuff from Foxy. Bailey Ellis to play the ball. Pressure's right on the Singleton Greyhounds. 31 metres out, 20 in from touch. Gretsch at dummy half, short pass to Romain Jackson. He needs to hang on to this. They need a great set. Play the smart game. Hard man to tackle. He makes an extra 10 metres through sheer determination. Gretsch inside. Under ball to Dylan Thorne. Beats one, beats two. He gets about 12 metres out centre field. Gretsch at dummy half. He's got good options left and right. What are they going to do? Liam Dunner's on the field. Bailey Ellis shows it one way. Goes the other. Good game run BE today so far. Gretchy dummy half. On ball to Foxy. Foxy out the back to Bailey Taylor. Will go on a kick forward. Zachy Webb going to beat them all. He does!
Good footy, good footy.
Well done. That was a good planned move from Bailey Taylor out to the right-hand side of the field.
Well, again, Zach Webb's going to be very disappointed with that light pole. It was a great try. But
always happens, doesn't it?
Look, yeah. Oh, look, that comes off the back of something. That's a game changer. That was a charge down. Over the top of your commentary, I could hear that clip from here. So.
Well, he went down. Hayden Fox did go down. The ball might have scraped the side of his melon as James Bradley put the ball through. And I think, I'm absolutely sure that's why the Singleton boys were arguing with Joey to say it did hit the Muswellbrook boys' head.
Yeah, that's right. The money play is Bailey Taylor's kick on the run. It's a sign of a good player when the hard things to do are made look easy by that. Bailey going to the line, just dribbled it through. A lot of blokes might have found a leg or found the velodrome. Bailey Taylor through, sits it up for a good chase by Webby and a good try.
It was a good read too. Good read from BT. Very impressed with the young boys here today, Bomber. I'm really impressed with Bailey Ellis's game. He's certainly been equal to his first debut for the Muswellbrook Rams, and very impressed with his go forward. I've always liked him when he takes the defence on because he's a fair lump of a kid, Bomber.
Oh yeah, I think Bailey probably suffers from probably playing in football sides where he's got to be the organiser and the chief kicker and all that, and here in first grade he's had to do none of that, and he's just out there playing footy, and he probably enjoying that more than being the main man.
And he's planted himself at first receiver a couple of times and gotten a couple of good forwards, Ramon and especially Dylan running off him, and I think he loves that part of the game.
Vital now, Banco, we sort of try and put Sing out of bed in the next 15, 20 minutes, not let him come back into this game.
There's no question about that. There's 28 minutes to go. It's 20 points to 10. Favour of the Rams. Here's Bailey Taylor goes, shows to Dylan Thorne, but elects to go himself. He's 25 metres out, centre field from his own line. Trying to get a penalty there. Ball goes to Dylan Thorne from Gretchy. Dylan Thorne would have to be tired. He looks a bit tired, big fella. He's still shrugging off players left, right and centre. Big effort yesterday in the group trials. Here's Bailey Taylor. Bailey Ellis, inside ball to Bailey Taylor. That was a junior move from last year. Bit of a flop from Thomas Johnson right on the halfway line onto BT. Here's Hayden Fox. Get the ball up, not short. And James Bradley is the master of charge downs. And then the balls came back to Dylan Thorne and he's knocked the ball forward. So it's going to be a Singleton scrum feed about 38 metres out from their own line. James Bradley, boys, watching him in the last couple of years playing against our junior sides, he is the absolute master of charge downs. He can read the play like we've spoke about today so far, and like I said, the kid's got a good head on him. But in saying that, Foxy's got to get them balls a little bit higher.
Yeah, higher and probably quicker. Like, he knows where he's kicking it, probably just a little bit off the foot, a little bit earlier than what's happened in the last few kicks.
Here's Hayden Burke, 42 metres out from his own line, centre field. Good tackle from Hardy and Thorne. Ball goes on to Jai Upward. Jai Upward takes the ball forward, still shy of halfway, centre field. Good tackle there from Dylan Thorne and Gretchy. Here's Jake Smith at dummy half onto Johnson. Johnson shows and goes himself. Gets over halfway. Another good tackle there from Ramon and Dylan Thorne. Ball goes to Jai Upward. Jai Upward's hitting a good tackle again. Doubled up. He's tripled up there, Dylan Thorne, with the help of Gretchy. Goes down the right-hand side to Cox. Cox gives the ball to Michael Winkin. Brushes out of one, but he gets to about 32 metres out. Good tackle from Jacob Ellis. Ball goes high. Jake Smith's put the ball up. Who's under it? Jackson Anshaw. Great take, Jacko. 10 metres out from his own line. He comes to Newenhouse, and Newenhouse tackles him just shy of the 10-metre line. Centre field. Bailey Taylor at dummy half. Gives the ball to Zachy Webb. This is what they need. Good backs getting in there.
Nice run by Webby.
Great run from Webby. Foxy at dummy half comes back down the short side of Jordan Mulheron again. Gets the ball. That is a good run. About 22 metres out. 32 metres out from his own line, I must say. Here's Bailey Ellis, short pass to Romain Jackson, centre field. Romain takes the ball up, 40 metre line. Gretsch at dummy half, they got the line set out the blind. Is this going to be Liam Dunn's first run? It does, and he's down.
Nice tackle.
Great tackle from Jake Smith on Liam Dunn. Jake Hardy goes to dummy half, and he's put the kick down, straight down to the middle of the field. It's not going to go anywhere, but Will Newhouse has collected the ball. He comes to Bailey Taylor.
Good chase.
Great chase from Bailey Taylor. Newhouse looked tired. He looks like he's struggling, Bomber, Reggie.
Yeah, he's probably played a few big minutes yesterday. I didn't watch it, but he probably would have played 2 full games.
Yeah, look, boys, I think for Singleton, they're missing the likes of Nick Martin, the go-forward guys up front. There's not a real lot of intensity from the front rowers going forward. This is where they need the likes of Upward and that to step up and really drive the team forward. They're depleted in numbers from last season.
Yeah, and there was a high shot there from Zach Webb on Cody Argent there, and give the penalty away, and now they're giving Singleton a bit of breathing space. They got them bogged into their own half here in their own red zone, and they come up with a high tackle. So Singleton have a penalty here, get it back down deep into the Muswellbrook half. Dylan Thorne and Gretschy both arguing the point with Joey. Penalty's been given. I don't think he's going to change it.
No, I haven't seen them.
This might be a breather for them.
I've seen them make mistakes, but I've never seen them change their mind.
Dylan's a great player and obviously a great talker, but I think...
Well, I'll tell you what, he's held the game up here for a good 60 seconds so far, and given everyone a breather, especially Singleton.
I just don't think he wants to go too hard on Joey because it's going to be a long season if he's going to be captain talking to him.
Well, the bottom line there, it was high from Ruby.
Yeah.
James Bradley finds touch, 45 metres out from his own line. Ball's going to go straight into Jakey Smith, and Smith gives the ball onto Jai Upward, who's had a really strong game. Jai Upward, I think, boys, really come well off the bench.
I think that's Matthew Brock, that one.
That's what I said. Matthew Brock, my apologies, Matthew.
Good line speed by the That's probably the best line speed we've seen all game.
Yep. There's Carl Gilmore, the front rower, the little front rower. Here's Cox, dummy half. Nicholas Cox beats one. He's still shy of halfway.
Got to be disciplined here. We don't want to be giving penalty away, tackle 4, because we've all got too excited about the game.
Brock again with a great run.
Ball goes to Jake Smith. He kicks the ball out of dummy half. Bailey Taylor's going to field this right on his own line.
Jacko needs to get inside in field for him. Get ready for a run.
Great run from Bailey Taylor. Safe as house, but he was hit well in a good tackle around the legs by Jakey Smith. Here's Daniel Ellis. And a little fella, but sometimes his leg speed can just really dazzle the opposition. His brother Jacob tarts off from dummy half, gets it over the 25 metre line. Great effort there. Good tackle from Tommy Johnson. Zach Webb at dummy half. He's going to take another run. This is a good effort by the outside backs behind.
Yeah, they've got us a good 40 metre set here. If we can roll one forward here.
Ball's gone out to Jake Hardy. Onto Liam Dunn. Liam Dunn charges forward. Big fella. Straight around the legs there.
Key kick here. Key kick.
2 Singleton boys left in the ruck, and that's lifted up the middle of the field. Gretschy goes himself. He beats one. Gets the ball onto Hardy. Short pass on to Daniel Ellis down the blind hand side. Inside back to Hardy, and Hardy scores in the corner.
Good footy. Great footy.
Great effort.
Good footy.
And it all started from Gretschy, and he saw that there were 2 Singleton boys left lying in the ruck. There had to be a gap up the middle, and Gretschy capitalised on that, Reggie and Bomber, and great football brain from young Adam.
Yeah, he's caught him napping, and it was great vision, straight out of dummy half, but it was the commitment from the other players outside him that really drove that. You got the likes of Ellis out there. They all love to score a try, but it was just great teamwork, a great team play. And Bomber, you've been there last year. Last year we might have seen something different when they've seen the try-lice packages, but I think fair dinkum, that was a great down-the-corridor play there by Bailey Ellis.
Yeah, Gretschy got him on the front foot there. Jake Hardy played a good role there. He could have gave a bad pass, or he could have kicked for himself, and everyone played their part then. It needed everyone to just play their role when Gretschy made the gap. Unfortunately, at the end of it, we got a good try, and we're going at 24-10 now. As I said, at 20-10, we've got to keep putting Singleton to bed. We probably can't allow him to score another try in this next 20-odd minutes, because they score one, who knows, they could score two.
They get a sniff. They get a sniff here at 24 points to 10. There's still 22 minutes to go in the second half in this match. And we have had a change of goal kickers. I'd say after that performance, Jake Hardy might be a little bit tired. He was heavily involved in that great try down that left-hand side. Bailey Taylor's going to try and convert Jake Hardy's try. He's about 3 metres in from touch, 22 metres out. He puts it out. It's gone over!
And nice.
Great effort from BT.
Points to 10.
Great effort.
The Hunter Valley.
The thing there, Bomber, just quickly, Reggie and Bomber, Liam took a run there and he left two guys in his wake lying in the ruck after he played the ball, so it was quite telling.
Oh yeah, he's a big unit and he's always going to chew up some energy to tackle him. I'm looking at James Bradley here. James is struggling with a foot injury. It's out the floor.
There you go, a mistake from the Singleton Greyhounds, and that's not what they needed, the boys. I think one more try and this could, they're 16 points behind now with 21 minutes to go, and the Singleton boys not happy with that at all. They're back on the back foot straight away, pressure's on, and you've got a Muswellbrook side that are ready to charge at them full force. Here's the ball. Webby gets the ball onto Foxy. No, he doesn't. He takes the tap and goes himself. He's always had a great go forward, Zachy Webb. He's inside the 20, 19 metres out. Gretchen dummy half. Long ball out to Bailey Ellis. He'll go himself. He does, and he's getting a good tackle from Michael Brock. I've been calling him Jai upwards, so my apologies to Michael Brock.
Same illustrations on their body.
And his name is Matthew.
Great run from big Joshy Scrimmagower. He's tackled 3 metres out, it's right under the post. Gretchen dummy half. Ball goes to Bailey Ellis, short pass to Ramon. Ramon swivels in the tackle, takes 2 to ground, and he's only 2 metres out. Gretchen dummy half. Ball goes to Bailey Ellis. Bailey Ellis tries to get himself over there for his first try. Last tackle. 3 metres out, long ball goes out to Hayden Fox. They've got a great backline set. Jake Hardy cut out pass. It's not the best, but it's still on the ground. Goes to Daniel Ellis. Back to Bailey Taylor. There's a host of Muswellbrook players all offside. James Bradley's going to come through and take it. He does. 25 metres out from his own line. Gets through 1, gets through 2, and he's tackled to the ground there by Hayden Fox and Joshy Scrimmagower.
How many combinations of letters you can
right.
throw together?
I really hope I'm saying that right. How about we just say Josh for the time being, and without paying him any disrespect, we'll get to the bottom of it at the end of the game. Good tackle from Bailey Ellis. Singleton have just got over halfway. Here's Cox. Gets the ball onto Michael Brock. He has had a big game, young Brocky, since he come on for the Singleton Greyhounds.
You've called him upward, Michael.
Matthew. It's an M. Here we go! Big Tony gives the ball, he goes 5 metres, he's given it to Daniel Ellis. No one's going to catch him. The big fella's got good hands, and that's his input today. Great try from Daniel Ellis, but it all started with the intercept about 50 metres out to Liam Dunn. And he's put Daniel Ellis. He only went about 5 metres and give the ball to Daniel Ellis. It was poetry in motion, wasn't it?
Great run. I think pretty sure it's about 3 metres off.
That's taken the score to 30 points to 10. Great effort there.
He nearly gave himself whiplash there when he first caught that ball looking for support, but he did the right thing, and it was good to see that foot race actually. Will Newhouse got some speed.
Well, both those boys played in the same side yesterday for Group 21, Newhouse and Daniel Ellis. Good effort, good chase, equally good run, but Bomber, shall I say that might spell absolute it's gone for Singleton at this stage of the game?
Well,
18 minutes to go, 30 to 10 with a kick to come.
Probably should. Just watching Daniel there in full flight, like watching his uncle Robert and Raymond play, he was probably in third gear with a couple left.
There's no question about that. The kid can run.
Well, of course, we're back next weekend here, boys, for the Skenland Shield final, Muswellbrook and Aberdeen.
That'll be a cracker of a game, a grand final replay, Bomber.
Yeah, I might have nightmares.
From all reports, the Aberdeen side they had a big win yesterday, last night, over Greater Brankston. They chalked up 60-odd points. We'll get to that very shortly. Bailey Taylor moves in identical position to where he was. It's a flat kick. Is it going to go over? No, it's gone under the post. 30 points to 10 here, 17 minutes to go in the match. First home game of the season for the Muswellbrook Rams, and at this point, I don't want to go early, but they're looking the goods for a home ground victory today. Go forward was, in particular, very, very good.
Yep, it'll be, Troy would like to probably see him finish off this well. Young Wade McKenzie warming up on the sideline with a few blokes under fatigue now after playing yesterday. I'd say he'd be trying to get Wade on for one of those blokes who played yesterday, or even Bailey Ellis maybe. He played a bit of juniors.
Absolutely, today. I've seen Big Dylan Thorns off. Joshy Scrimmagow is on. Here's Jacob Ellis down the blind-hand side. Realistically, if him and Daniel can keep hitting that fringe out there, they'll catch the tide Singleton defence. They'll just have too much speed for them. Gretchy at dummy half, right on the halfway line. Big Liam Dunn's taking one more hit up. Beats one, beats two. Hard man to tackle, Bomber, just for the sheer size of the guy. Massive human. His knee looks free. He looks to come up well with that freshness of not doing the pre-season. Well, the ball just that kick there. Just Jake Hardy put the kick through, and Bailey Taylor. The ball just beat him over the dead ball. So they'll get a set of 7 here, the Singleton boys. He's going for the old nut big play, and he's kicked it out in the fall. Good thinking, but the execution was wrong. Sure, we feel sorry for Singleton, not just yet, but certainly they've tried something and it didn't work. Jeez, I'm not a person feeling sorry for Singleton, Banker. No, not going to happen. Not going to happen, Bomber. Wade McKenzie's coming on for Jordan Mulheron, and am I right? Would I be right to say this is Wado's first grade debut as well? Great effort from Wade McKenzie. So there's a couple of debutantes here today, Bailey Ellis and Wade McKenzie. Really happy for the boys. Here's Romain. Romain charges forward, centre field, 12 metres out from the Singleton line.
Wade McKenzie, number 18.
Well done to Wado. Ball goes on the left-hand side. Bailey Ellis behind ball to Jake Hardy. Another ball to Bailey Taylor. He just screeched over. Easy as you like. Set play. Beautiful lines run by everyone, and it copybook backline movement, Bomber. Yep. Everyone playing their role. Through good shape at Singo, and Singo have shut up shop for the day. They give Bailey Ellis enough time and space to provide a nice ball for Bailey Ellis. Bailey Taylor, and Bailey's always going to run the right line in that position. Absolutely. Well done to the boys there. Good set play, Reggie.
Yeah, well executed as well. I've got to say, Liam Dunn, his first game back, he's had the Johnny Farnham retirement that many times. He's leaving them in his wake, which is good. And it's good to see him enjoying his football and having fun out there. And Wade McKenzie, we've just talked about him coming into the game. It's going to be a good opportunity for him to instill himself into a first grade side and get a bit of experience.
Well, it's a young side.
It is a
very young team.
I think it looks good for them for the future, to be honest. If they can, retain these players, they're looking really good. And I've got to congratulate the club on what they're doing in advertising and all the support they're doing. They've got the newsletter that comes out. I think a lot of clubs can take note on that, because to grow rugby league, you've got to put the effort in.
Yeah, I think the next 14 minutes or so, it's important. Muswellbrook really turn the screws here. The good sides in this comp win these games by 40 to 50 points if it's on offer. You don't want to be walking away here after leading 34-10 with a 34-22 scoreline.
36-10 now.
36-10.
BT has kicked that conversion. 36-10, and you're right. 13. It'll be roughly 13 minutes to go by the time this kick-off, this restart happens. And against this Singleton side now, Muswellbrook have shown great go forward in the last 5 to 10 minutes, and they have to continue this and really make a decent meal of this here today. Ball goes down Hayden Fox's throat, gives it on to Romain Jackson, and Romain Jackson goes through one, which is James Bradley. He beats another, and he gets over about 22 metres out from his own line. Ball goes to Wade McKenzie, his first run in first grade. Great run, Macca. Gets it up over to the 30. Gretchy at dummy half onto Bailey Ellis. Bailey Ellis has looked very comfortable as first receiver there, boys. And that's young Josh with the ball. Ball goes out the left-hand side onto Jake Hardy. Another big, short, beautiful ball to Liam Dunn. He's striding away over the top to Daniel Ellis, who's taken into touch.
He Could have held it a bit longer, I think.
He might have been able to score himself. He only had to go another 20 metres.
Yeah, it's one thing Danny's always had in his game. He knows how to run a hole. Being an ex-fullback, he knows what to do to get into space. Unfortunately, run out of legs there. And
I just heard someone say, back yourself, Dunny. Maybe he should have won himself, Bomber.
Yeah. We had the two options. He cut out to Daniel Ellis. He had Jacob Ellis there. I think if he just held it a bit longer and drew Newenhouse, he would have.
Newenhouse poor old Will might have been having nightmares seeing someone that size come at him.
he's pretty deceptive, though. He's actually slower than he looks.
Here's Matty
Brock.
Matty Brock taking the ball up. Good tackle from Wade McKenzie and Bailey Ellis. Tom Johnson from dummy half. Here's big Dale Watson. Dummy half. Ball goes out to Cox from Smith to Cox, and Smith's taking a great tackle there from Jay Carty. There's no dummy half, but there's going to be a penalty again. Yeah,
very technical.
Absolutely. Jay Carty jumped over the play the ball, but they're going to argue that. I don't know if they've got a.
No, he's going for diving in the ruck there. Technically, you're not allowed to do that. If he went into that ruck and kicked it to the side, he could pick it up.
James Bradley takes that and puts it into touch. It's going to be a Singleton ball. Here's Michael Rinkin. He's had a fair game, Michael Rinkin. He's hitting a great tackle there by Jay Carty, and Romain Jackson. Ball goes to Jake Smith out the back to Matty Brock again, who runs hard. He's hitting a good tackle there from Wade McKenzie and Bailey Ellis. Both boys have played exceptionally well, especially Bailey Ellis. James Bradley puts a little grubber kick through, gets a Jackson Anshaw. He picks it up. He scoots away. Has he got the speed to outdo Jake Smith? He's going to the corner. He puts him down. 15 metres out from the single line. Quick play the ball. It's only going to go across the back line. They'll score. Here's Zach Webb. Goes himself one way. The single defence coming onside, got in his route. He would have drew a penalty. Hayden Fox long ball out to Bailey Taylor. Gets a short ball. He goes himself. BT. He's going to score under the post. Simple as you like. Great pick up and run from Jackson Henshaw, 55 metres out from the single line, Bomber, and good run from Jakey Smith, who tracked him down, but the quick play the ball there in that situation was the key.
Yeah, once again Bailey Taylor with that space.
That's his hat-trick for the day.
I suppose you'd call it second or third phase footy. When you're putting one-on-one against tied defenders, always going to score the try. Good run by Jacko Henshaw. I didn't see what happened for Jacko to get the ball, because my manager and co-coach from last year were absolutely filthy. They're not in the commentary team, and they've rang me, so I didn't see it. They're up in the grandstand.
The Singleton boys spilt the ball. They just got over halfway, and they tried a little short play down here on this left-hand side. It went to ground, and to Jackson Henshaw's credit, he scooped on it and charged away. So well done to young Jacko.
Yeah, moving forward, Bengo, we move into that Aberdeen game next week. How many boys we get come back? Obviously, Bailey Wooden's out injured today, and your son Stubbs has got a knee injury which should be putting him under the cloud. So,
well, I think with a week's break, you can clearly see the fatigue had set into Dylan Thorne. He had a marvellous effort today, backing up that strong performance yesterday. And I think a good week off will do them the world of good. And it's going to be a hell of a good game.
Oh, that's right. I'm just trying to think of anybody else that's not out here today that would come back into the calculations, apart from Bailey Wooden, and obviously Stubbs started the game. So pretty much what we've got out here, with the addition of Bailey Wooden, could be the side. And Ewan Bartholomew was out with injury. So obviously signs are looking good for the Rams. Obviously next week's a far bigger test than what they'll get today.
Absolutely. Here's Romain Jackson. Good take from Hayden Fox off the kick-off. Gives a short ball to Romain Jackson. He takes the ball 25 metres out from his own line. Short ball down the blind from Gretsch to Webby. Just under 8 minutes to go. It's 42 points to 10 in favour of the Rams. It's going to be a good victory in their first home game of the season. Ball goes to Wade McKenzie. Short down the left-hand side. Someone spun out of that with a hand injury, and that's Dale Watson. Ball goes to Gretsch onto Hardy, who's had a fair game. Short ball onto Joshy Scrimmigower. Gets it over to halfway. Gretsch down the short side again. Ian Hardy looking for Liam Dunn. He doesn't.
If Dunny's off, he's gone.
Well, sorry, my apologies. That was Dylan Thorne out there, equal size. Here's Foxy, little chip over the top. Pressure's on Will Newhouse. They're going to find touch. Is going to go in goals. One from Jacob Ellis. He surrendered that tackle. Hayden Burke runs out of dummy half, gets through one, goes to Dylan Thorne, and Jacob Ellis comes from behind and takes him down as well. Newhouse at dummy half. Ball goes to Michael Rinkin, and Rinkin takes the ball up. Bit of a high tackle there, but he gets under it. 25 metres out from the own line, 10 in from touch. Johnson dummy half onto Jake Smith, onto Bradley, out the back to Gilmore, and Gilmore takes the ball up just to 30 metres out from his own line, centre field. Jake Smith at dummy half onto Bradley again. Long cut out pass out to Morgan Emity. Morgan Emity's got plenty of support inside onto Cody Argent. Pass back into James Bradley, and James Bradley's going to get the ball for the Singleton Greyhounds and score underneath the post. Good short side play. It started with James Bradley and it finished with James Bradley, Bomber.
Yeah. Bradley and Emily have had a big combination over the years through their junior league and junior football and junior reps for that matter. Muswellbrook just guilty of not pushing up into the space. Bradley identified that, saw Jacko Earnshaw probably 2 or 3 metres infield further than he needed to be, and he put Morgan Emity away.
That was also a good inside ball there from Emity to Bradley. Like, he had the option to go to Argent, but a great ball, and like you said, that combination that they've had throughout juniors. Singleton's going through a rebuild stage, boys, but I don't think that, except for a few big forwards, that they're really losing anything with the backs. You know, Jake.
Well, there's a lot of young blokes. We've just named 2 of them that played juniors last year, Morgan Emity and James Bradley, and a lot of the Singleton play in future years will be based around it. And they've got young Hayden Burke out there who's still playing under 18s, and just like Muswellbrook, there's a very young side coming up through the ranks for the first grade teams.
Yeah, Singo a side or a club over the years of, not notoriously, but it's just the way they operate. They don't tend to go shopping in the market for too many players. They've got to always have a strong junior system, so they rely on that. And over the last 10 or so years, they've won a couple of comps on the back of having only 1 or 2 outsiders in their side. So they'll keep moving forward. They're too proud a club to just turn their toes up. I know it's 42-16, but just prior to half time, it could have been anything.
Well, there's 5 minutes to go. That kick nearly went out in the full, but here's Matthew Brock taking the ball up.
Mate, he's had a big game, he has. A little bit of a loose carry there, and he's been done. Great defence there. They've worked him on the ground, but I've got to tell you, I've got to ask you, Bomber, who are they missing other than Nick Martin from last year's forward pack?
Oh, geez, I'm not 100% sure.
Rack your brain.
There's a couple of big boppers missing that
Well,
I can't see out there at the moment.
Jake Miller is another one that they're missing.
Jacob didn't play last year. The year before Jacob's playing, he's actually registered with Denman, so I don't know whether he's actually taken the field with Denman.
No, I don't think he is. He's definitely out at the moment. Bailey Taylor gets the ball, jinks sideways, and he's hitting a good tackle there by Scotty Griffiths. The dying minutes of this game, 4 minutes to go now. Here's big Josh takes the ball up, and he's hitting a good tackle from Matthew Brock. I think Matthew Brock's played really well for the Singleton boys since he's been on this field. I'd like to know what's happened to Luke Gardner, Bomber.
Yeah, I can't even see him in his civvies down there. He is. He's in his civvies standing behind the bench. So he obviously suffered a very early injury.
Early, to say the least. Here's Gretchy coming down the right-hand side. Bailey Taylor onto no little dribble through. They're going to get a repeat set there. Great effort from Bailey Taylor. Bomber reads the game so well, and I like that combination of Ellis and Bailey Taylor chiming in. Bomber, it's really good, and these two kids, they are going forward.
Yeah, it's something, especially next week against Aberdeen, we'll have a fast-moving defensive line and some strong defenders. Bailey's little short kicking game like that will probably put on his wheels, so instead of coming around sweeping and kicking sometimes, he can probably hit Jack O'Leary on the chest for a try.
Good drop out there from Nicholas Cox onto Ramon Jackson. Good tackle there from Jake Smith and Matthew Brock. Here's Big Josh, takes it 12 metres out centre field from the Singleton line. Can they put another 6 points on these Singleton Greyhounds? Ball goes short to Ramon. Wrap around with Gretchy. Gretchy goes under a high shot. Maybe should have drew a penalty there. And he comes again at Gretchy's head, but he gets up and plays it. Quick play the ball. Ramon he goes down the short side. He's going to score. He's only got to get the ball down. It's raked out.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have gone forward. It should be a knock on for mine to the Singleton team, because he raked it out and it went back towards the Singleton try line, which is 90 metres away.
Well, it's purely legal. Once he's over that try line, you can strip the ball, as you know. So.
Was he over the try line?
Yeah. No, that was all but held up. That's all it was.
So what's Joey saying?
So he's ruled that Singo raked the ball out in the act of scoring a try, but knocked it on.
Yeah, and the Singleton guys recovered the ball in an offside position. So Muswellbrook will get the ball. Bailey Ellis to feed the scrum. Bailey Taylor short down the blind side. Little hit and run. Oh, Morgan Emery nearly. It's a restart. 6 to go. We'll explain that. The light pole once again plays havoc with the commentators. Ball goes to Wade McKenzie. Wade McKenzie 10 metres out. Muscle to the ground there by the Singleton boys. Jake Smith in particular. Ball goes from Gretch out to Ramon. Ramon, long ball, goes to no one. Good pick up from Jake Adelis. He goes down the blind, gives the ball out to his brother Daniel. Daniel, Jack Rabbit goes through, beats one. Hangs onto the ball, 15 metres out. There's about 1 minute to go. Here's Jacob at dummy half. Short pass at Jake Hardy onto Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne charges up to about 8 metres out centre field. Plenty of options. Ball goes wide. Short pass to Big Josh. He deserves a try. He's pulled up with only millimetres short. What are they going to do? Gretchy goes from dummy half, and they've absolutely made a meal of that play, the ball, and that'll probably see us out. 43 seconds to go here in this match. First home game of the season, boys. We're going to win this match comfortably. It's 42-16.
No one wants to pack the scrum.
No one will pack the scrum here. They'll pack it up. Bomber, final thoughts on the match?
Yeah, 10-all at half time. Game in the balance. Muswellbrook's coming out, dominated the middle third, and with the class of Bailey Taylor, Bailey Ellis thrown in, Gretchy, the ball players, laid the tries on and come away with what looks to be a reasonably comfortable victory in the end. But yeah, once they got some ascendancy with the possession, they were always going to be too classy for the Singleton side.
Reggie, your thoughts?
Definitely. I was wondering how Muswellbrook could go without Cade Boney this season, and I think the two young fellas, I'm very impressed with the way that Hayden Fox played coming into first grade in this game.
Yeah, he stepped up, Foxy. He's always had good hands, and you know, he never lets you down, Foxy. He really does dig deep when given the opportunity. Look, a great victory for the Muswellbrook Rams here today, and Bomber nailed it. It was 10-all at half-time. Someone had to stand up, and I think the talk from Troy and the rest of the crew, the input of Liam Dunn certainly had a telling effect out wide. He was responsible for two, at least had played a major role in 2 tries down there that kicked them away to a decent lead in that second half. So well done to the Rams, and Reggie, I'll leave it over to you to wrap the whole show up.
I'll just ask you, boys, player's player. Who gets your player of the match?
I'd go Bailey Taylor.
Yeah, Bailey was just, for 19-year-old, looks a class above most players in the field. Just anybody who's got the talent that Bailey Taylor's got is a good footballer.
Most definitely will. Until next weekend when Aberdeen take on Muswellbrook here at Epic Park. Boys, thanks for your time. For the BHB build, Route 21, second round 2, Singleton defeated here 42 points to 16 by an informed Muswellbrook Rams.